I love and pray for Mr. Trump. Why? What's to pray for? That's the thing, though. If you put your faith in God, God has the plan and everything else. Wouldn't prayer suggest you disagree with God's plan? And you say you have faith, but isn't He in control of everything? Are you? It doesn't make any sense. And why do you love Mr. Trump? I mean, what's going on there? How is Donald Trump good? Either as the former president or as a person. If he selects any but a stellar VP that ends... Huh? What does that mean? That ends. I believe Mr. Trump fights for us. Against what? I believe Mr. Trump fights for us. Against whom? What is this boogeyman you guys keep talking? Is it communists? Or who are the communists you're talking about? The Democrats? How are they communists? Okay, looking the definition up yet again. Advocating class war and leading to a society in which all property is publicly owned. What Democrats are waging any kind of class war? That's you motherfuckers. You guys are always calling these Democrats the communists while you're the ones waging the fucking class wars against them. Along with calling them all pedophilias, which is both a generalization and slander. And why? Because a bunch of right-wing pundits along with these right-wing politicians are saying so, particularly Marge. That's the best you can go on. They say it, so therefore it's fucking true. And you say you have faith in God. Well, faith in God for what? What's He doing? Suppose the Democrats are all pedophiles. What's He doing? Isn't this a fallen world with free will? You're not making any sense. Class war. You guys are the ones that are against... Even if they are pedophiles, they aren't waging the war. You guys are. None of them want all property publicly owned. Or are you talking businesses? Well, no, they don't. Let's put it this way. Okay, businesses are public property, but they're privately owned. That's the way it is. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to shop anywhere unless we all had a membership. That's how privatization works in the business place. And each person works and is paid according to their abilities and needs. Who's advocating for that? You have nothing. What does Donald Trump propose in terms of business? I believe Mr. Fights for us. You don't against straw mans of Democrats. A boogeyman which it's a straw man. The choice of a VP. Okay, what's going on here? Trump for the win. No Gabbard, no Rubio. In fact, I don't think there's a single politician I trust. Why do you trust Donald Trump? I'm not a fan of Joe Biden. I would have liked to see how Bernie would have panned out. How America would have turned out with the... if Bernie pulled through with the socialized health care. Well, you guys don't want that either. I mean, you want everything privatized. In which all property is publicly owned. You're against that. You want everything... What? Okay, a society in which all property is publicly owned. And they aren't calling for that. Of course each business has to be privately owned. It's the property that's fucking public, otherwise everyone needs a fucking membership for each business. That's not fair. There are privately owned businesses, and that's not really a problem. I don't have a problem with that. You guys want everything privatized. That's an issue. I mean, how a business owner conducts his business is a private issue. That's his business, or hers, whatever. You know, you're also saying that all property, is this including homes? Some property should be public and some property should be private. Some businesses have a right to be private and they have their own reasons for that. But I don't want everything privately owned either. That would just be bullshit. I would accept Flynn. There are some real fighters out there. All you're talking about is fighting. Everyone else is the enemy but you guys. Is that all politics is about to you, is fighting? At what point does it stop? When everyone who stops opposing you? Then you'll stop calling everyone a pedophile and accusing them of communism? Is that the idea? Otherwise, everyone's a fucking boogeyman, and you're gonna straw man the shit out of them, commit fallacies against them, and tell them are, you know, un-American, non-whatever, blah blah blah. Insert buzzword here. Okay, I would accept Flynn. Why? You mean a guy who became an associate with a Russian ambassador? I can't remember, Sergei. I can't remember his name, Sislyak or something, and involving nuclear weapons or some damn thing. I can't remember now. I covered it in my book years ago. Is that like this is the guy you trust for what? How is he a patriot? He also lied to the FBI about it. I mean, what the fuck is that shit? There are some real fighters out there not being mentioned. Well, if fighters is all you're about, then you're not really. You're just declaring everyone an enemy, just because they oppose Donald Trump. That's just a cult. This is a dictatorship. That's all you're doing. Charlie Kirk comes to mind. Yeah. He just oozes with integrity and character. I don't know who Laura Logan is, but if you're in favor of her, she can't be good. Fighters, and yet you have your faith in God, but you guys need all these fucking fighters. You can't just let the world be fallen as it's supposed to be the nature according to this religion. Nobody's allowed to have free will. That's just a cop-out for when you're cornered. Oh, we have free will. That's our fault. You know? Listen to yourself. Tough fighters that really love God and country. Why do they need to be fighters if they have faith in God? What about country? What's so great about... What is that? God and country. What does that mean? What does God have to do with America? Where is America mentioned in the Bible? Where is God mentioned in the Constitution? There are others who have been solid. You got nothing. Fighters, God.